Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have why Drake is losing it because the Super Bowl is about to end him. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop for the video. And today is that day where we have probably one of the most anticipated halftime performances, if not performances, period, with Kendrick Lamar taking the world's biggest stage in entertainment, where it's estimated over 117 million people will be tuning in. And there has been tons of speculation what songs will be on his set list and what other artists might make an appearance. And with plenty of doubts about whether that leak was real or not, but I'm here to tell you that honestly, it really doesn't matter. These aren't new records, and what truly matters is the performance. The actual production and the energy that's going to be in that stadium. A stadium with a capacity of over 83,000 people. So it's going to be nuts. And each time something happens to try to derail the moment, it just serves in further creating more anticipation. And this is another historic moment in an already historic run. So this, along with a legendary Grammy night that Kendrick Lamar just had where he swept 5 out of 5 nominations, might arguably be the best month an artist has ever had, but most definitely the best a rapper has ever had. Stacking up accolades and achievements in unprecedented fashion. So enough dilly-dallying, and let's jump right into this video where we have why Drake is losing it because the Super Bowl is about to end him. And Drake right now is probably sitting over there in the dark with the goblet from the Take Care cover, thinking about where it all went wrong.
Now finally, we are officially here. As after all the drama, crash outs, and attempts to try and ruin what is about to be one of the greatest and most important moments in all of hip-hop history, we are now on the verge of witnessing Kendrick Lamar perform on the biggest stage that a rapper has ever been on. And now with the run of stuff Kendrick has been doing leading up to the Super Bowl this week, from his interview with Ebro and Nadeska to his conversation with Timothée Chalamet, with all that has been leading up to this one-of-a-kind performance, it is now clear that for Drake, OVO, Big Ac, Maul, and all of the other people who have been trying to take away this moment from Kendrick.
Oh man, it's going to be hilarious how Maul tries to spin this. Academics, for the most part, will probably try to be objective because you can't deny the greatness of this moment. But Maul, I'm pretty sure is going to say that Drake had an amazing performance and that we should all be thanking Drake for this.
Kendrick and sabotage it, that they are officially out of options, and all of the desperate measures they have taken have more than failed, including what Drake just did right before the big game. But now, before we go any further into the final and most laughable thing Drake and OVO tried to do to take down Kendrick, and if you can't wait to see what the halftime show is about to have in store, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now, with this entire moment that we are at, right during Super Bowl weekend where everything has been ramping up, and of course Kendrick has been outside and speaking to us more than we have seen in a very long time, and more than we have,
which goes to show you how powerful silence can be, and the guy has definitely mastered the art of silence.
Since this entire beef. As the conversation about what this halftime show is going to feature has built, and it even came out from the NFL themselves that they said Kendrick can do whatever he wants during it, it became very clear that no matter what paperwork Drake sent out and what claims he tried to put out to the world in order to smear Kendrick's name and scare the NFL and everyone involved in the Super Bowl from associating with him, that nothing has stopped the best rapper in the world from bringing hip-hop to this entire new level. And seemingly because of this, and with all of the
all the proof we needed that the industry really doesn't care was looking at the actual industry itself. Kendrick Lamar's walk up to go accept his award was scored by literally probably the most scathing lines in the Not Like Us record. They literally had the PDF bar in their live broadcast. So that's all we needed to see and hear to see how the industry felt. And the NFL has to feel the same way because I've been seeing Not Like Us played in all their broadcasts as well. And honestly, it's all about ratings at the end of the day, which is the reason why Kendrick Lamar got this bid. And they most certainly would love for him to perform this record because more eyeballs means more money.
The history that Kendrick is about to make. Drake, OVO, Ac, and all the weird stans who are infatuated with the biggest loser in rap music decided to put their efforts together and make one last play to ruin the Super Bowl for Kendrick and damper this moment. And now seemingly what they did was approach taking down Kendrick from a completely different angle, as after all the lies and strange claims they have been making leading up to this moment, Team Drake decided to do something that they never have before, which was to put out reports and stories that were circulating information about the fact that they knew what Kendrick's entire performance would be. And as a result of this, they were sharing the set list and apparent audios of the performance.
You know what's crazy? The audio did not match the actual set list that was leaked. But even if any of those are true, like I said, I really don't think it's going to matter at all. I mean, we saw him perform Not Like Us at the Pop-Out show. And people are as excited, if not more excited, for this performance. So these leaks didn't have much of an effect other than the fact that, yeah, it built up even more anticipation, as if this wasn't the most anticipated event of the year anyway.
performance, and all of these other details of what Kendrick apparently had planned. And with this, while there is no point in going into the specifics of what have been circulating and what it has been saying, as most sources in the industry have been saying it's fake despite what Drake supporters like Ack have been trying to push, what does matter is that with the release of
we'll see
info,
today.
which at the end of the day, at the very worst, if these reports were true, would be telling people just how legendary and groundbreaking Kendrick's performance is gonna be. The whole world of people backing Drake thought they had Kendrick with this, as by putting these reports out, they felt like they just flat out ruined the Super Bowl and the surprise of what we are all gonna see.
They didn't.
Even more disgusting about this entire situation, and again, what just shows how desperate these people are, is that from people ranging from ACT to OVO, they were all trying to use this info that is seemingly fake, and say that because the NFL has allowed a rapper and hip-hop to be at the center of the Super Bowl, that now information is coming out that is never supposed to, and now all of these problems are happening because of it.
Yeah, the timing is obviously very uncanny, which is why everyone's obviously pointing their fingers at Drake and OVO. Because it wouldn't be unlike some of these bigger artists to actually go and try to interfere with their competition, especially with the person they probably feel like is most responsible for where their career is at right now.
And really, with this trying to be the narrative and story that they were pushing to make not just Kendrick, but all of hip-hop look bad for that matter, first off, with this whole narrative that they were trying to push that is saying that the problem with hip-hop and rappers are that they are not able to keep their performances under wraps, in of itself just shows how this corner of people who support Drake just despise hip-hop and want it to fail because their guy lost, which is just so weird.
Yeah, I don't think they actually despise hip-hop. They just don't like the fact that their hero was exposed.
But now beyond this, with this entire
they'll go in kamikaze with him as well.
Story that Drake and his crew were pushing to try and ruin this moment that we have all been waiting for, and yet the more it was reported, nobody seemed to care or get upset, and if anything, because of how ridiculous some of the information they put out was, people ended up just laughing at them entirely. Overall, with this last story and moment, which was supposed to ruin the entire Super Bowl halftime show and Kendrick's moment, but of course did not, this is the end of an era, and for Drake as a whole, he has now seen the clock that he has been trying to turn off before it's too late reach zero, as after all of the ridiculous things he has done to try and step on this moment, and of course, prevent and stop Not Like Us from playing on this stage, all of his pathetic measures have failed, and now he is out of options to save him. And of course, because of this, he is going to have to face the reality of hearing the diss track that ended his career be played to an even bigger audience than any other rapper has ever gotten in front of. And I mean, in a way, with this entire Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah, because it's not just a stadium. It's not just part of a stadium tour. It's probably the most televised event in the world. And I know the NFL is estimating viewership to be around 117 million, but I'm pretty sure that number starks in comparison to what the number is actually going to be. Because you can't account for the amount of people that are streaming it and the amount of people in these bars and at these watch parties.
This downfall we
Might
are
be
seeing
more like
from Drake
300
and the
million.
level of failure he has reached is really the perfect full circle moment for this entire chapter in hip-hop, because as all of this started when Drake and J. Cole were saying that they were big as the Super Bowl, and of course that's what caused Kendrick to start this beef and ultimately reach the point we are at now. Well, I mean, for Drake, the lesson he should be learning is that words you put into your raps are powerful, and while there are so many sad
Words, period, are powerful. It's called spelling for a reason.
excuses of MCs today that when they get dissed or somebody makes a claim like Drake did with Cole, nobody will care enough to respond, or they are just scared of beef altogether. For real rappers who embody what hip-hop stands for, like Kendrick, they will challenge what you are saying, and ultimately, like we are seeing in this very moment, if you say something that you can't back up, it can be used against you, and we are about to see the full manifestation.
But that's in every facet of life.
Of that. And so with this entire moment being right here and Drake and anybody else having no chance to stop it, we can finally say it in full. This is just such a victory, and it's truly mind-boggling that we are about to see Kendrick do a halftime show where he told us that what we can expect over everything is storytelling. Because when we try to speculate on what Kendrick
Yeah, I'm expecting an amazing production.
as coming because of those claims Drake and his guys put out told us nothing. With Kendrick promising storytelling over everything else, it really sounds like he is going to just redefine and reshape what a Super Bowl halftime show can look like. Because I'm sure with this being the word he's using to describe what's to come, just like in Kendrick's own music, and especially with a record like GNX, we are going to see the flash and spectacle that all superstar musicians have, but with a level of integrity and significance.
I think one of the bigger factors is that everything he does, even visually, has intention behind it. The way they're framing everything, the way the composition is laid out is all intentional, with there even being like triple entendre visuals. So given his great reputation of pulling off these amazing shows and really thinking about all the little details, I only expect him to be even more intentional, even more precise, because it definitely seems to be that Kendrick Lamar and PG Lang know exactly what they're doing and understand the importance of all this. Just watching him accept his Grammy and give his Grammy speech, you can tell with his energy that the guy is not done. So I definitely expect to see fireworks, literally and metaphorically.
Significance that most big names in music can never manage to capture. And with there also being reports that Kendrick is gonna have a big surprise at the halftime show as well. Overall, while obviously this is so open-ended and could mean so many different things, I think we are going to see some big names join him on stage, not to perform their own songs or to take away from his moment specifically, but either to perform collabs and features they have on songs with Kendrick and once again add to that excitement and storytelling, which is
Well, it's not like the dude doesn't have features with some of the biggest artists in the world. He's got records with Eminem, he's got records with Rihanna, with SZA, generational smash hit records, where if he really wanted to focus on those, he can pretty much make a set list of just those records. So I definitely expect to see some iconic guests.
something we know SZA is going to be taking part of for sure. But I think beyond this, on the side of TDE and where Kendrick is from, we very well could end up seeing people like Baby Keem, J-Rock, Absol, and Schoolboy Q, or maybe even
Black
Doechii
Hippie would be
on
dope.
part of the stage or in some point of the
Doechii would be fire given the fact that she just won Best Rap Album of the Year. And the fact that Kendrick Lamar, even though he's not on TDE anymore, you can definitely tell that he's still connected to them as much as probably ever. Obviously not contractually, but even after Kendrick left the label, they've collaborated on multiple events and multiple things.
halftime show, although I don't think any of them will get a song or even perform a feature, but just knowing the type of person Kendrick is, like when he had Absol come out at the Pop Out concert, for example, these names have been so defining in his come up, and he wants these people to be right alongside him when he's having such a massive moment. But now beyond the people who could symbolize just how far Kendrick has made it when you really understand his entire journey, when it comes to bigger names who could turn everyone's head, there is a lot of different acts that Kendrick could possibly bring out. And I do think we are bound to see at least one other superstar here, whether that's maybe The Weeknd, maybe Tyler the Creator, who while they don't have songs together, maybe he performs.
Tyler also did come out and say that he wasn't going to be there, but he's always been a master troll. And I could definitely see him saying that as some form of misdirection to make it even more impactful if he in fact does hit the stage.
Forms a section of Sticky with a marching band, which would really make a lot of sense and lean into a lot of different aspects that would fit the Super Bowl and what Kendrick is trying to do perfectly. And while some people think Kendrick could bring out somebody like Rihanna or even Taylor Swift, I don't think he's going to shift things too far from hip-hop. And I think if he does bring,
I could definitely see him bringing out either one of those two, especially with the rumors that have been floating around for like the past 4 months that there is a Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Swift collaboration. And she's definitely going to be in the building because her man is playing in the Super Bowl, but time will tell.
A superstar out, it will be somebody like Travis Scott up with him. And now I say this because we know Travis is in New Orleans and he has been doing Super Bowl events already. And beyond just that, he is a massive name, of course, who opens up a whole other side of hip-hop for the world to see, and Goosebumps would definitely be a big enough record that would work perfectly in this setting. And I also think out of everyone Kendrick could bring out, Travis being here would send the message to Drake that even he has chosen Kendrick's side.
One of his bigger collaborators as well.
Grammys night with Kendrick's outfit, while Kendrick will never diss Drake directly.
Yeah, man. Another double entendre, man, even visually, the Canadian tuxedo.
Anymore because he does not need to do so. He is still sending him subtle signals that are telling Drake that it's over and he will never have the culture like he once wanted. And with Kendrick standing next to Travis, I think this would be a perfect reminder of everything he is trying to do. But now beyond the speculation and what could happen at this halftime show, which of course there are so many different things we may see, so please let me know your final predictions in the comments below.
Yeah, man, at the very least, I'm expecting an awesome show. He's never disappointed when it comes to live performances. And given the fact that this is the world's biggest stage, I definitely expect Kendrick Lamar and PG Lang to really rise to the occasion. It's going to be really hard to question any of their moves when they've obviously proven move after move that they're ready for this moment. This didn't just occur last year. There has definitely been a very long buildup that led to all this. And they've looked as prepared as probably anyone could ever be. As far as those leaks, man, honestly, even if they are true, like I've been saying, they really don't matter at all. People are going to tune into the performance because they want to see him perform these records. The fact that the set list and the audio don't match is more of a giveaway because it's not like we don't have the technical capabilities to fake that type of audio. As far as people who might come, the guy literally has a who's who of features. He's worked with all the big goats. I'm pretty sure anyone he brings up there is going to be amazing. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely let me know how excited you guys are about this performance. Also, let me know if you guys have any theories on who else might be gracing the stage as well, because there's definitely a plethora of people to try to choose from. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys for continuing to make the channel a part of your day. Honestly means the world to me. I also want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all the love and support you guys continue to show this channel on a daily, because it's honestly probably the biggest factor when it comes to me making these videos. So I can't wait to see what you guys have to say on this topic. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Every move to derail this moment has just made the moment even bigger, man. Dude really has a future career in marketing if he wants it.